Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, prepare to get intellectually insulted by the Ukrainians via me being the messenger. Now, for us who have or had children, we know that this justification of whatever they try to explain is a childish explanation of whatever they try to convince us. All right, now what happened? We talk about that attack on Belgorod by that liberation little army composed of only Russians with no American equipment and nothing like that. All right, that's the first thing. Then they came and say, well, actually there were some American weapons, but we're gonna tell you how we got the weapons, the American weapons. And now, my friends, brace yourselves, because they're gonna come with a justification of a, I don't know, 6-year-old kid, and I'm not kidding. If you believe it, at your own risk. I don't. It's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely. The new voice of Ukraine from today, May 24, 2023. Freedom of Russia Legion explains how they got Western equipment. Oh, so now you got Western equipment. Okay, but guess what? It was not delivered by the Americans to them. No. And also it was not from the black market. No. You would not. I think if they would have come with the explanation, is it going to be something like this? We found them in the street. The explanation is close. It's close to that. We found them in the street, my friends. And you go like, okay. They found them in Bakhmut, my friend. God damn it, man. Here for you, my friends. Get ready. Lower your IQ about, I don't know, 80 points or so. Together with Russian Volunteer Corps, I'm quoting right now, we used equipment previously captured by the Kremlin's army from the Ukrainian troops near Bakhmut. So they got the weapons from the Russians who captured them from the Ukrainian army near Bakhmut. And we, I'm quoting again, have successfully recaptured this equipment and brought it back. You understand what happened? So the Russians got their equipment, and then in Bakhmut, and then the Ukrainian armies, when they pushed the Russians back, they captured the equipment and they just distributed it to these guys. And these guys, I think I'm not going to use AK-47s that I have ammunition, and the whole Ukrainian army is based on AK-47. I'm going to use these ones because these are better. Holy fuck! If you believe that, my friends, I don't know. For me is, let's put it, 100%, out of 100%, how much I believe this, I don't know. 0.009 or whatever. Unbelievable. So do you understand what they did? You understand. The Russians captured it. The Ukrainian army captured it from the Russians somehow, and then they gave it to them. That's how they got it. All legit. Okay, now let's see, maybe it's extra details over there. The incursion into Russia's Belgorod Oblast raised concerns amid Western experts if the use of US-made armored vehicles on Russian territory constitute as a risk escalation. No, it's not. It's risky escalation, I'm sorry. The Legion also asserted that the operation in Groivoron district of Belgorod Oblast was a success and their goals were accomplished. 2 soldiers were killed and 10 were injured during the raid, according to the message. From their side or from the other side? And I'm quoting, the enemy was defeated. Do you mean the Russian army? What was the enemy? The 2 soldiers that you claim? Alright. Some of them fled in shame. Did they pee their pants? I guess they did. We captured a lot of equipment, American too, and took prisoners. Oh my! The report concludes, Jesus Christ. Now I wonder what actors are going to play the prisoners. And I'm guessing when we're going to ask, all right, Gigi, you capture some prisoners. Can we see them? We let them go. We let them go because we are good and they're bad, and we're Christians, and is that don't do unto others what you don't would like to be done unto you, something like that. You believe that? This is the level that some of our fellow mobsters, people in the mob being the rabble, we, the citizens, we, the people, will fall for. I'm guaranteeing you that about 80% of the population that reads that will have no questions. No further questions, Your Honor. I guarantee you that's what it is. Why? Experience, my friends. They fell for even worse things. I mean, not worse as being brainless things. So what do you think? Is that how it went? I thought I had to share this with you. So they found those, the Russians left them, and they were in good conditions, and they gave it to these guys, and these guys, they just bam bam. Now, if they found them near Bakhmut, is it fair to assume that they found them now that the Ukrainians are counterattacking on the flanks? And if it's so, when did the Russians capture them from the Ukrainians? Since the Russians were losing all the time. So you see, like with every lie, when you lie or people lie, there's two things. They lie too much, and when they lie too much, they contradict themselves. That's the main thing. And the other one is, if I lie to this guy, I lie to this guy, I lie to this guy, the same lie, the same issue, and after about 5 months, I meet you and you ask me the other issue, I don't remember what exactly story I told you. So I'm going to tell you the story I told Gigi, and vice versa. I'm going to say, wait a minute, because you have one story that I told you, but I have so many stories that I told everybody else. So I will get confused what the hell I told you. And I will tell you something and I say, that's not what you said. All right? So the same here. Well, they captured it. How did they capture it if you were winning all this time? That means they were advancing and the Ukrainian army left and just dropped them there? I mean, you gotta make more lies from there. Once you start in a lie, you have to make more and more and more. And making more, that's more angles you can grab from. Therefore, when you say something, when you want to lie, or you have to lie, don't say anything. The best thing would be don't lie, but don't say anything. That's the first thing. Don't say anything. Let them say until you figure things out, and then, okay, maybe now let's see what story can I make. See you in about 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks you got all the questions possible, and then you think about it and what could be your answers, what could be their next questions, what would be your answers to the next questions. That's very difficult. Very difficult. So better don't lie. That's my point. And if you have to say a lie, just say something short. No, yes, or the best one is, I don't remember. I don't remember. Why? Because you call it always change. Oh, wait, I remember now. But then when it's about, they corner you. Well, I don't remember now. I don't remember. And again, you have to think about it. See how things are going. This is what these guys are doing. But they didn't do it that far. They say, well, they just dropped them over there. Or they took it from us. We took it from them. And that's how we got it. My question is, how did they get it from you? Since you were advancing and beating everybody. Okay, you're advancing now, but it means they advanced in the first place. And it's just fun. It's just fun to see how these guys are thinking, and they are expecting us to just be like fish in a pond. You know, when you go fishing and you put the lure and they're hungry fish over there, you just cast it. The first thing that falls immediately, that's a fish, because the fish, oh my God, that's a worm. Hop, clop, and you're out. The same with these guys. They think that we are like that, the hungry fish, and they're just gonna bite all the lies and all the stupidity they tell us. I don't believe this story. Let's start with this one. I don't believe it. I think those were supplied by the Ukrainians via, or whatever, the other way, by the Americans via Ukrainians, or maybe straight by the Americans trained. But hey, I have no evidence. But that's how I think might be more possible and probable than this story these guys are telling me. Why? Because these guys already lied too many times. And the prisoners are just fine because probably they released them. Or maybe, I don't know. Who knows? It's just funny, man. It's just funny. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. We liberated them.